Okay, Eric, welcome back to the UK and Europe.
Yeah.
After a few weeks.
Great to see you again.
Yeah, you too. What's this, 4 shows into the tour? How's it been going? This way.
Perfect.
Yeah?
Just like always.
No real problem.
Yeah, I mean, we've all been, yes, we've been together for a while. And, we build everything. All of our rigs are custom built and organized. And so we just build them every day and maintain them.
Yeah.
We all get along, usually.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of back at work.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the last leg ended end of February, is that right?
Yeah.
About that?
Yeah.
So you've had a few weeks.
Yeah, we've had like 6 weeks, 5 weeks.
Does any of the back line, presumably a lot of it stays over here if you know you're coming back again? Can you just give us a little bit of an idea of how that works?
Yeah, I mean, there's like trucking companies have warehouses and stuff, so they're secured. Actually, in the past, like with Portnoy, he had 3 drum sets, and one was stored over here all the time.
Yeah.
Now we just carry this one drum set around the world, but we have a B rig as well. We have a duplicate of this.
Same color as?
No, it's
okay.
different.
Yeah.
Actually, currently it's the gray one.
Yeah.
Which everybody knows.
That was the original one. Were you original?
Yeah. Yeah, well, and this one actually was before all of them. I believe, if you told me right, the first album he did with the band was recorded with the drum set.
I wondered about that. I wondered if this was I was going to ask you about this later, but I wondered if this was a brand new Masterworks or if it was a kind of almost like a repainted version.
It was built for him before when he first got to do got in the band.
Right.
I think that's the right part of the story. It's probably already out there. Maybe I'm telling it wrong.
Yeah.
But I think this was the album of the first album.
Yeah, I've heard that. Okay, so you've had a little bit of a break. Were there any tech rehearsals or band rehearsals before this leg? You come straight into it?
Yes.
As if you'd done the last show in the end of February?
Yes. And like I say, being organized with everything organized is... Let's say organized. You have to be organized.
Yeah.
So with doing stuff like that, even the band, everybody just flew in and had, landed at 7 in the morning, had that day to just adjust.
Right.
And the next morning we came in and set up and did a show, which, sometimes people do that. They fly right into a show.
Yeah. So
I guess it's not the hardest thing, but yeah,
I don't think there are too many bands that could really pull that off, but
it's sometimes amazing to watch.
Yeah, I bet.
There's things that
Well, with these, it's so well. It's such a well-oiled machine, isn't it?
Well, with this one, there was no set changes. There were no new songs. Yeah. Nothing really changed. So I think it was just everybody had to remember exactly what they did.
Yeah.
The last day between that break and go back. But a lot of the guys on the crew went and did other tours and other things. So that's where it gets a little, guys just forget little things. Like I forgot getting some water, and, a couple,
So did you didn't do any more? You didn't kind of do any mini tours in the interim between the last leg and this
I did not. No, I
was
just pretty much home.
Relaxed at home. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So most of the rest of this year, you're going to be with Dreamtheater on tour. Do you have any plans in between legs? I guess there's going to be a break in the summer. Will you take the summer off? Or?
I would love to take the summer off, but I don't know.
Because I remember in the past, you've taken up the odd tour.
Exactly. That's what I'm looking for now. Is something we'll see. It's 3. It looks like we're taking 3 months off, so I'm sure I'll be doing something. I have no idea what it is yet.
Yeah. And one thing that fascinates me with you guys is prior to any tour, how much notice you have about how much time you're going to have to devote to, Dream Theater or any other project. How much notice so that you can plan your year and other things around that.
That's an interesting question that in this business it's kind of difficult for everybody. Because bands, they have an intent to do this, and then maybe, you can't ever. I mean, I have to live my life kind of, do this job a little bit where you're not really worried about what's coming 2 months from now.
Yeah.
You think about it and you try to do the best you can, but there's so many variables that can change that at any, that I was on a plane on September 11th, so you just never know, do you?
No, you just don't.
It's the best. I'm stealing that line. You just never know, do you? It's not mine. It's another drummer that uses it.
I mean, I know you used to do this when Mike Portnoy was in the band, but there were one-off video gigs that you need to do for Dream Theater as well, aren't there? Where they've done video single performances. So I guess is that you? You turn up and set the kits?
I have, yeah.
I mean, I know that there's no miking required or anything like that.
Right. Matty has done it more than me because he's pretty versatile. He was a drum tech at one point. So, sometimes if I'm doing something else, he's gone in and done a few of the videos.
Yes, because I believe.
But I have done some of the videos.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Were you involved in the very first Mangini kit, the grey one, that they built at the Pearl Factory? Because I think Maddie was very heavily involved in that.
Yes, I wasn't. I don't know what I was doing at the time, but throughout that process, that was a very secretive process as well.
Yeah.
Because once they chose, I don't know if they released the day they chose or not. I'm not sure how that all went.
Yeah. So you really.
I know Matty was involved in everything when he came in the band. So I had my first day meeting Mike Mangini, I was meeting the drum set as well.
Right.
Opening the cases, going, okay, this is it. I wasn't involved in building it. So.
Right. Okay, for those people that aren't familiar, your Dream Theater connection actually goes back, I think, some 15 years now.
Is it that long?
I think it was 2002 Italy were the first shows that you did, is that right?
2004.
2004. Ah, so it's not quite 15 years.
No.
Okay.
But it's a long time.
Yeah, that is quite a long time.
But it's been great.
Does it seem like 12?
It doesn't at all.
It seems to have gone in a flash.
No, yeah. We were talking about a show we did in January or February today, and we're going back to that same city. I'm going to Tilburg again.
Yeah.
And we're staying at the same hotel, and we're playing the same venue. Yeah. So I go, wow, it's Groundhog Day, but it just feels like yesterday.
Yeah.
So going right back a couple months later, so these type of things.
Yeah.
Makes time feel different in our world,
Yes, that's a lot of setups and teardowns.
And the years of, these guys are all great. With Portnoy and now Mangini, it's still kind of the same group. Yeah. And there's still a lot of the same faces. And it's, I don't know, at least all I've ever seen and remember are good times. It's pretty much
great. And that's what you want.
And that's why I'm still here, because it's a family and
and it's hard work, isn't it? It really is. It's long hours and it's a lot of work.
Well, there are a lot. We were walking through the hallways of this venue, and there's lots of pictures of all the bands that played here. And every single one is like, okay, 5 seconds of summer, please call me. I'm available. I love you guys. Who's it? Oh, yeah. You got, right down the list, every band that's back there is like these little 5-6 piece drum sets, maybe some bring it on.
Because that would be great, wouldn't it?
The thing with this drum set is it's not complicated as far as it's a job, and you got to set it out and you got to do it all. We break it completely down, and but it's looking after all those parts and pieces, making sure nothing's stripping out. That's really where the maintenance of it comes in, because you have to you have to do them, you have to feel them every day.
Yeah, of course.
You have to know what's happening.
There's an awful lot of. I know Mike had a lot of hardware on his. This is like a hardware shop, isn't it? Right. It's amazing.
Right.
But, anyway, I'll ask you about
it. It just gets bashed.
Yeah.
I set it up, but he destroys it. We do this over and over and over.
Yeah. So in that sort of period from 2004 to now, you've had a couple of little breaks, I know. I guess there were tours that you just couldn't do, or legs that you just couldn't do. Because I know there was...
Or I got to be honest, just didn't want to do that.
Oh, okay. Well,
no, at one point I was on the Billy Joel Elton John tour.
Ah, okay. Which is a big commitment.
It was, well, my job there, I couldn't leave it. Yeah. To say that's pretty arrogant. Someone could always replace you. But I was on that tour, and my job was a stage with tons of elevators. It had 10 elevators. Elton, Billy, pianos up and down, and the whole band up and down. And my job was to build them and control it. during the show. And there were other guys, of course, that could step in, but at the time I was the guy and the only guy that knew the order and how to do it all. And these guys all of a sudden were going out. I couldn't leave what I was already on, and I've been pretty solid about that. I typically don't ever leave a tour that I'm on.
Right.
I never want to leave a band where they're without a tech and things going wrong, maybe, and not happy. So when I start a tour, I try to finish it.
Yeah, because I think there was a time around about the end of 2013, start of 2014, when Lorne Wheaton was teching for Mike, wasn't he?
Yes.
On the Dramatic Tour of Events tour, I believe.
Yes, yes.
And was that because that was...
I had other things going on. So, he was the best choice right off the bat. Then, of course, as things go, I think he had to do something, and I was available again. Back here, and since.
Yeah. So, with Mike Portnoy's departure in 2010, you were obviously the obvious choice for Mike. Can you give us an idea of how all that came together? Can you recall how? Did you get a phone call, or were you aware of what was going on in the band at the time? Or?
Oh yeah. And I'm trying to remember exactly where I got the call and who called me. I don't remember exactly, but as they started putting the tour together, I got the phone call, which I was very appreciative of, and that's the management. That was the managers saying, he had a guy, but I don't know if that guy who McGee is his name, who's also tech for Portnoy.
Yeah, I remember that.
So McGee and Mangini go way back. And they both live in Boston, but I think he wasn't available. There was something going on.
Okay.
And maybe he just didn't want to do it. I'm not sure.
I met him a long time ago, about 2007. He was technical.
Yeah.
And so, had you ever met Mike? Come your cards crossed previously to meeting him in the drum kit for the first time.
No, and sadly, maybe I should do more of this, but I don't really follow the drum community necessarily. I was a kid. I played drums. I had every episode of Modern Drummer that came out, and I knew everything. And once I started working in this business, I stopped following. So honestly, with Mike Mangini, I never really even knew who he was really.
Right.
And I always know a lot about the drummer I'm working for.
Yeah.
And it's been like 20 years now, or 18 years of touring. That's kind of works. When I look at my resume, that's the coolest part of that. Is the great drummers I've had the opportunity to work for. All of them are amazing players, and that's kind of the fun part of where I sit, because I had some great experiences through my life, and it continued when I got the phone call to come back here.
Yeah,
here I am.
Fantastic. So we already touched on the original kit that was teching and building with that. You weren't so involved with, but there have been some changes to this layout.
Well, from the time it started, because the original kit that was built 5 years ago, I had electronic kick drums and extra kick drums.
Yes.
So and you know what? Like I said, I came prepared for a interview about politics and religion, and to sit and go through all those pieces that have gone away over the years. I mean, the rack system went all the way around.
Yes.
And
so very well remember it.
There was electronics up top, a gong.
Yeah.
To sit and think of what they were. All the things that over the time has changed.
So you've got no electronics on this kit now. No triggers.
No. Well, we have a couple triggers that are emergency cowbell sounds to call the band or get attention. So
for the in-ears.
That's it. Yeah.
So, how many actual kits exist? Is it just the two? This one?
No.
And the grey one?
It's probably with this one, because this one wasn't the full kit. When we built this for this tour, a year and months ago, there was pieces missing that had to be filled in to build this kit. So the original kit was I think this is a new kick drum actually. This one's new. A couple pieces fit in here, but how many there are now. So there's the gray. Yeah, there's like 4. There's 4.
I know. I remember seeing one at Hermes, which was a red sparkle one, which they built.
That's the 4th one.
That
I
was
think.
beautiful.
Yeah, and I don't know
what
what
never
happened.
made it onto the road. But
No, I don't know what happened to that. Maybe that's at Mike's house. I know he has. He has a bunch of drums at his house. It might be there.
Yeah,
it's a question for him.
Yes, yeah. So this kit was that we first saw the white one for the Astonishing,
right?
I believe, and that would be the same.
Yes.
As this one. We just carried it over.
Yes.
Heads.
Yes, we changed the heads.
One thing that I did notice, we've got a lot of sound reflecting perspex panels here, which people may not have noticed. And they may not have noticed them because they're so clean. And I was going to ask you, how do you keep them so? Because they're so clean, you can see through them.
It's a lot of work. I clean those every day, and they're hard to keep clean.
Yeah.
And James Labrie over here has got his waters and his teas and stuff, and it splashes all over him. He makes a mess. It destroys his kick drum.
Yeah.
I try to talk to him, but he doesn't listen.
So these are for...
They're for James mostly. I mean, that's the biggest thing. But some of the other guys have noticed it as well. It's just to tame the cymbals that are flying it. What's happening is the cymbals are going into the microphone and then going to everybody's ears.
Yeah.
And so we just try to cut them down a little bit.
I see.
Because they're not in anybody's mix. The mics on them are only for the front of house guy.
Right.
Monitors, nobody has the cymbals in them. It's just that there's enough.
Okay.
But because they're coming through James's mic.
Yeah. So, I think that's something. Because I'd say a lot of people perhaps have never even noticed,
right?
Because they are so, you can see through them and they just don't.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
On heads, can you just give us a very quick summary of how often you change heads, roughly?
Yeah, it really depends. Sometimes we can get several shows out of, it's kind of a variable. I'm watching them all the time and feeling them, and they have a great sound.
Yeah.
I've, like Terry Bozio, when I worked for him, and his heads were completely worn out. I went to start changing a head one day, and he was like, no, right. don't do that. I don't change my heads.
Right.
And they last a long time. It's not, when we change them, it's not necessarily that it's going to break. It's more so that it just doesn't have that sound. The Emperors just have a great sound when they're new to about 5 shows. And it's really like 3 shows to 5 shows. They really sound good. And then after that, you can get maybe some more out of them. But I think 3 to 5 shows is like the most that we do here. But you can, if you wanted to, you can make these, they last a long time. They're great heads. They sound great, but it's usually, like 3 to 5.
And Mike's using it's not so new now, but a slightly thicker snare head now, a Remo. I can't remember what the name is.
You know what?
777 or something like that, is it?
I don't know the thickness. I don't know the tech specs on it.
Yeah.
I know that it sounds great.
Yeah.
That he liked them because they sounded great.
Yeah.
And I put them on every day.
Yeah.
I'm a bad drum tech. I didn't. The Remo guy was out here actually, and he was. I asked a couple questions, but that's not one of the questions I asked.
Right. and obviously, based on heads, I guess they tend to last.
Yeah. They actually last great. And they sound, once they're broken in, it's good to leave them. Actually, with the pads that we put on them,
they're kind
they last a long time.
One thing that always amazed me with this kit was the Canon toms or whatever they're called. The heads on those, they are very, very tightly tuned, aren't they?
Yes.
And are they ambassadors?
He breaks those.
Okay.
He breaks those. I have to change those most of them.
Yeah.
Because you crank them so tight.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen his.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That. And where it is, it's just like
full force.
If you put it could be a weapon. if someone, sometimes the guys are up here miking. If he was ever playing, there's a lot of force happening. So
because they're aluminium shells, I
Yes.
They're not wood, are
No,
they?
they're
like the farmer ones.
Yep.
Well, sort of wood.
Yep.
But they're really a lot brighter than the top.
Yeah, they cut.
They zoom through. Don't
Yeah, if you're standing, if you want to listen to them, you just stand up here.
Yeah.
They get you pretty good in the air.
So those heads, because of the type of stay would become more regularly than regular. And what do you have as far as spares, if anything vital would break? Do you have a spare snare?
I have spares of everything. Spare, like on the riser, I have a spare snare and kick drum pedal.
Okay, yeah. They're the two most
Yeah, the new, these Pearl Eliminators are so strong. I don't see it ever breaking, but it could be anything.
Right.
Most of the times, like with Portnoy, several times I had where the beater breaks.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it punches through the head. And so it turns.
Yeah, nasty.
Well, it's hard to change a kick drum head during a show.
Yeah.
I've changed pretty much every part of this drum set during a show. We pulled off some aerobic crazy miracles. Me reaching around trying to get a drum out and get it while he's playing, but kick drums are tough.
Yeah, almost impossible without somebody noticing.
Yeah.
So you've done a lot of festivals with Mike Portnoy, obviously, and you've done a lot with Mike. Right. Has that got any easier? Because I remember Rolling Risers was the key thing that you used to say was a huge help.
Yes.
Where you could set it up in the afternoon.
Yes.
Put it in the corner and then just roll it on.
That's what this is. If we needed it to,
this is
rolling.
Oh, okay. And this is yours.
We've never had to go like years ago when we were opening for Yes with Portnoy's kit, and actually on Gigantour too. There was a couple times where we had to break, so I had to cut the carpet. So, and this one could go into 4 pieces.
Right.
So if we really had to, make some alterations. But luckily we haven't had to break it apart. But, some of these tours you have to do, you've got to break the riser apart to get out the stage. We haven't had to do it with this one yet.
And you mentioned about, when you take it down, you take it all apart.
Yeah.
I know there were some bands that actually travel with these made up in the truck, don't they? They leave the rack set up.
Yes, and those bands can call me for work as well. I would really appreciate Ray from Korn. If his guy can't do it, I mean, this guy's a cool guy, and I don't want to take anybody's work, but if it ever, works out, Slipknot, they leave their drums in the truck together.
Oh, do they really?
I think it would be fun to be on a tour where the whole thing just rolls into a truck. It comes back out.
Yeah.
I think I can handle it.
Yeah.
More time for golf.
Indeed. So, rough setup time. I think you had mentioned this in previous. Can you just remind us, on a good day, if you get no problems?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much by 1 o'clock. If I start, it's an hour and a half for I do it in phases. Like the first phase is just getting it all up. Like the panels, I put up last. Tightening all the cymbals is like last. Everything, like the fine adjustments. I would say it's like a 3-hour period to be completely show ready with everything right.
Yeah.
But it's like an hour and a half to get it all up and mic'd and stuff.
Yeah.
Usually,
I guess rack first.
Yeah.
And then slide the drums in.
Yep. Everything, all the cases are numbered in order, and bring up the first case, and lay out all the rack pieces, top and bottom, and build it all. Then all the hardware comes in the next layer, and then the drum toms and kicks.
Yeah. And with all those, I guess it's quite a few cases.
We should have had to come in earlier. We could have done a time lapse. We could cut it in with the video right there.
That would be great. But with all those number of cases, is it your responsibility to make sure they all go on the trucks, or is that the production managers?
I mean, ultimately, it's a number of people. With this drum set, it's different. Some tours, I'm the first one packed, and I'm the one in the truck loading the truck, and I know the pack. On this tour, I'm the last, or me and Keith and I both have our rigs are a little bit more difficult. If you see that, it's a spaceship over there. And that keyboard stand takes a while to come apart. So him and I are always in a race, and but we basically are pushing our cases to the truck, and they're going straight in the truck pretty much every day.
And we've already mentioned that there are no real electronics other than the magic cowbell that the Viennese is.
Yeah.
The music. Okay. Now Mike's got some new sticks,
Yes.
which I think they're now available. Well, I think they're available in the UK. I've never seen a pair.
Okay.
Have you tried them? Because he makes the logic behind where the fulcrum is makes so much sense.
Yes. Yes.
For him, with the speed of the technique of his fingers, how fast his hands are, his fingers are, it makes perfect sense.
They're great, and it does make sense. I don't know if they're available over here now.
I think they are now. I think you can get them in the UK, probably in Europe.
Right.
UK sometimes a little bit.
No, they're cool. I don't have that technique yet, so I'm not feeling that difference.
I can do it,
but I can feel it, But I'll go. I think I have a pair. Just for you.
Oh wow!
Now available.
Yeah.
Now available in the UK.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'll pay him later.
Thank you. Now, can you tell the world about Drumlandia? Is it still in existence?
Drumlandia was just a funny thing. We were all there was a little bit of battles going on between departments on stage.
That's right.
And that's where it came from. I was like, hey, I'm over here. I'm Drumlandia. I'm Switzerland.
Yeah.
I'm neutral here. I'm friends with everybody.
So we have the Stage Left Brotherhood.
The Stage Left Brotherhood, which is
that's Madu.
There's still there's a thing still. It still happens, but it just was a funny thing that happened on stage, so just us being goofballs, and then everybody went and built a Facebook page.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then it was the race of who can get the most viewers, and I think I won.
Because you
are 3,000 viewers, and so I still will post stuff randomly. Yeah. It's not. I don't have a marketing guy. If I wanted to turn it into a drum store or something, which I should do. I should start selling drums.
Could be an opportunity.
Yeah. Let's start with this one right here. Drumlandia.
Because I know you had Mr. Eric Disrude.
You
were official president, right?
Yeah, that was where the ridiculousness. Well, these guys, Stage Left Brotherhood made T-shirts.
Yes, I remember that.
So they had these custom T-shirts. So I had to make a plaque.
Yeah.
And just
to re-establish.
Wouldn't it be something if I actually did start selling drums? Maybe I should make it easy.
Well, I mean, your other big interest is golf,
right?
Yes. And I was going to ask, when you're on tour, do you get much chance on a day off?
I'm really upset at myself I didn't play yesterday.
Right.
There was this place with Castle that wasn't far from here. Right. And it was a beautiful day, but I just was tired when I got off the bus.
Yeah.
But we do play a lot.
And I know you're a huge golf fan, right?
Yes.
I believe John Mayung is a fairly passionate player.
Yes.
Have you managed to?
James Labrie has actually joined us.
Wow, now that's news.
Jordan has threatened to. JP, we almost had in Tampa. We almost had it. It's going to take a little more time. I think that people are just worried about their swing being public knowledge.
Okay.
Because we like to all film video of each other and have fun with it.
Right.
And there's loads of video, but nothing that we've released yet because we're all kind.
Yeah. It's
I'll keep you posted.
I think it's nice to have a sporty interest.
Yeah.
As well as
we play by different rules.
Just to keep an equilibrium between work and leisure.
It's completely. I've been doing it for years. I mean, going back when I was on a Carry Underwood tour, me and a group of guys, we had 3 of the audio guys from Clare Brothers who played every day off, and we played. The front of house guy was laughing. He goes, "We played 18 times." Because he was keeping track. I was just going every day, going, yeah, let's go play. And I didn't really keep track. And I found they made a tour book for our golf of where we played. And I mean, it was amazing. We played from Nova Scotia to California, and I think even Portland, and so all across America, Arizona, Chicago, and Alice Cooper, he plays every day. And when I toured with him, I had the fortune to play with him a couple times.
Yeah, and I believe, do you know, well, you don't know maybe, but you know the name, KK Downing, the Judas Priest.
Yes.
I believe he's got his own club.
I heard that.
In the
Where
UK.
is
somewhere
that?
in the Midlands, I think.
Oh.
So when you were in Birmingham, you weren't familiar.
I wonder if he'd allow Dream Theater to come play as golf.
I'm sure he would. Maybe you could organise a tournament.
You know what? You know what would be a
Rock Gods tournament at KK Downing.
golfjam.tv.
Wouldn't it be?
Golfjam.tv. That's where you have to go to learn about this. There is a challenge out there, but it's not with Judas Priest yet.
Right.
But it could be.
Yeah. That's something to keep
Yes.
in the back of the mind.
Yes.
Well, look, Eric, thank you so much for your time.
No problem.
I do appreciate it.
Absolutely. It was great to see you again.
Yeah, you too. And